Did you know the child tax credit increased? Let's break down how recent tax law impacted this valuable tax credit. The child tax credit is a federal income tax credit available to certain families with children. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill, also known as the Working Families Tax Cut, some of the amounts and qualification rules have changed. Starting with your 2025 tax return, the maximum credit increases from $2,000 to $2,200 for each qualifying child. And from 2026 forward, that amount will be adjusted annually for inflation. Now, what about qualifications? Eligibility used to depend on 7 rules, but that number has now increased to 8. To qualify, a child generally must meet the following requirements. 1. The child must have been 16 or younger at the end of the tax year. 2. The child must be your child, stepchild, adopted child, foster child, or a sibling. 3. The child must be claimed as a dependent on your tax return. 4. The child must not have provided more than half of their own support during the tax year. 5. The child must have lived with you for more than half of the tax year. 6. If the child is married and files a joint return, they only qualify if that joint return is filed solely to claim a refund of withheld income tax or estimated tax payments. 7. The child must be a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, or a U.S. resident alien. And finally, 8. The child and at least one person claiming the credit are now required to have work-eligible Social Security numbers. So, what's staying the same? The child tax credit remains partially refundable. The refundable portion, called the additional child tax credit, can be worth up to $1,700 per qualifying child for 2025. Depending on your situation, that part can increase your refund, while the non-refundable portion can at best reduce your tax bill to $0. Income limits have also stayed the same. You can claim the full credit if your income is $200,000 or less for single filers, or $400,000 or less if married filing jointly. Once your income goes above those amounts, the credit gradually decreases by $50 for every $1,000 of income above the limit. Understanding how these changes affect you doesn't have to be stressful. Filers could see up to $1,000 refund increase or lower balance due based on recent tax law changes. Watch the rest of the videos in this series for a deep dive into each change so you'll know exactly what to expect when you file. TurboTax is your trusted resource for tax law changes. Visit TurboTax.com for more info to help you file your taxes with confidence.